My beloved child, let your heart settle into peace, for I never leave you as a punishment because you were slow to listen. Nor do I place my love under conditions that make you panic. I am your Father, the one who is near you even in your weakest moments, even when you do not know how to pray, even when you think you have gone too far to be embraced once more. Today, I do not call you with a voice of threat, but with a voice of love. I do not want you to tremble before tomorrow. I want you to become awake to the things that have been exhausting you, wise toward the signs you have ignored, and peaceful as you place every worry into my hands. You have tried to be strong in silence for too long. You smile at others while your heart is heavy. You say you are still fine, but your body has spoken many times through tension, sleeplessness, weariness, aches, heavy breathing, and a sense of uneasiness that is not easy to name. I have seen these things. I have seen you lie down while your mind keeps running without rest. I have seen you tell yourself that tomorrow you will endure, only to step into a new day with shoulders that feel as though they are carrying more stones. I do not blame you for trying. I know you did it because you wanted to protect others, to keep your responsibilities, to disappoint no one. But my child, silent endurance is not always faith. Sometimes faith is knowing how to stop, knowing how to admit that you need care, and knowing how to bring small signs into the light before they become a heavier burden. I do not want you to live under the shadow of threats about disaster, sickness, or loss. Words that make you panic, force you to react immediately, or make you believe that I will abandon you if you do not do some specific thing, do not reflect my heart. My love does not operate through fear. My guidance does not force you to hurry until you lose peace. When I warn in order to heal, restore, and bring you back to wisdom. So, if you feel that something unusual is happening in your body, do not take it lightly. Rest when you need to. Seek help at the right time. Care for yourself through healthy choices. And if there are signs that make you concerned, seek someone with expertise. I can use prayer, rest, the hands of caregivers, and the knowledge given to human beings to support you. Remember King Hezekiah when he heard that he was facing a serious circumstance. He did not run into panic, nor did he pretend that nothing was worthy of attention. He turned his face toward the private place and poured out his heart before me. And when mercy was given, I not only added time to his life, but also used a very ordinary means to care for his wound. This teaches you that faith does not remove practical care. Prayer is not opposed to healing through right means. Trusting me does not make you ignore your body. It helps you care for it with gratitude, alertness, and hope. My beloved child, I also know that financial pressures have made you anxious many times. There were moments when you looked at the needs before you and felt your heart tighten. There were moments when you longed for unexpected help, a new door, or timely provision so the burden could become lighter. I hear those prayers, but I want you to understand that my provision is not a gift suspended on a string of fear. I do not say that you will lose blessing if you do not respond to a hurried urging. I do not give what is good only to threaten to take it back because you are still confused. I am the one who provides with faithfulness. And when I open a way, I also teach you the wisdom to walk on that way. Perhaps the help you need will come through a work opportunity, a better decision in stewardship, a timely person who supports you, a clear idea, a change in habits, or a small door you once did not notice. I can do the unexpected, but I also often do what is enduring. I do not only want you to escape a temporary lack, I want you to be freed from a way of living that is always ruled by worry. I want you to distinguish between faith and haste, between hope and illusion, between a true promise and a voice that uses fear to pull you along. What comes from me will not require you to lose peace in order to hold on to it. What I give will not make you tremble, as though my love has only a few final minutes remaining. Therefore, today I invite you to return to clarity. Look again at what you are carrying. Which pressure truly belongs to your responsibility? And which pressure are you carrying because you fear disappointing others? Which habit is wearing you down while you still call it normal? Which worry have you nourished for so long that it has begun to speak in place of faith? Which relationship makes you constantly tense, constantly proving yourself, constantly shrinking who you are? These questions are not meant to make you heavier, but to open the way for healing. There are things I want to transform around you, but there are also things I want to reorder within you, so you do not keep living in the old cycle. My child, I can turn what seems threatening into a place where blessing is born. I once brought Joseph out of the pit, out of prison, out of years of being misunderstood, until the very place where he suffered became the path through which many were helped. But remember, I did not only change Joseph's circumstances, I also formed in him a heart that was not ruled by bitterness. When the time came, he could look back and understand that evil had no authority to write the final chapter. In the same way, the things that once frightened you, wearied you, and made you think you had been left behind can still be placed under my merciful power and become the place where you learn wisdom, compassion, endurance, and deeper faith. Do not let threatening words steal the true image of me from your heart. I am not the one who stands far away, waiting for you to make a mistake so I can leave. I am the one who draws near when you tremble. I am not the one who uses sickness to force you to pay attention. I am the one who heals, supports, and teaches you to care for life. I am not the one who turns money into bait for fear. I am the one who gives sufficiency with wisdom, so you may live in peace and become a blessing to others. When you understand this, your heart will be less swept away by extreme voices, and you will seek me through love rather than panic. Breathe deeply, my beloved child. Place your hand over the place in your heart that feels heavy and speak to me honestly. If you are afraid, tell me that you are afraid. If you are tired, tell me that you are tired. If your body needs attention, do not delay the necessary care. If your finances are tangled, ask me for wisdom, disciplina, timely opportunities, and the courage to face each matter one by one. If your mind is being pulled by too many voices, turn down the noise and return to stillness. I will not despise you for needing to begin again. I will not reject you because you still have many questions. I am more patient than your fear, closer than your breath, and more faithful than everything changing around you. From today onward, Choose to walk as one who is loved, not as one threatened with losing blessing. Be watchful, but do not panic. Be wise, but do not become harsh. Hope, but do not allow yourself to be carried away by promises built on fear. Care for your body as the gift I have given. Steward what you have with faithfulness. Open your heart to healthy help. Pray not only to be delivered from difficulty, but to be transformed into someone steadfast in the midst of difficulty. I am with you in every small step, in every upright decision, in every night when you learn to sleep again in peace. My child, do not be afraid. I do not leave you. I do not hang my love before you and then withdraw it because you did not understand in time. I am leading you out of confusion and into clarity. I am teaching you to hear the voice of peace instead of threat, the word of wisdom instead of haste, love instead of fear. What I prepare for you does not need to be held through panic, but received through faith, obedience, and a life that knows how to return. Be at peace, care for yourself, and walk in the light today. I am your Father, the one who sees, heals, provides, and never abandons you in the hour when you need to be lifted up. My beloved child, I know you have carried pressure in your heart for far too long. There are burdens you have never named, yet they still press upon your mind every day. There are wearinesses you do not speak about, but your spirit has cried out before me many times, asking to be delivered, asking to breathe again, asking to rest in a safe place. Even though your lips are silent, I still hear the voice of your heart. Even though you do not know where to begin in prayer, I still understand every hidden sigh within you. I know the nights when you open your eyes into the darkness, wondering whether you still have enough strength to get through the coming week. I know what it feels like for you when life is surrounded by uncertainty, when the future seems like a road covered in mist, when your heart has to keep bracing itself so it does not collapse. I know the times when you tried to appear normal while inside you were shaking. I know the tears that never reached your cheeks because you swallowed them before anyone could notice that you were hurting. My child, not one of those things has been overlooked by me. Heaven has not turned its face away from your pain. I am not indifferent when you are exhausted. I am not silent because I do not care. There are times when I am working in places you have not yet seen, preparing deliverance before you recognize the door opening, keeping you from things that would have wounded you more deeply. And today, I call you with urgency, not to frighten you, but to draw you back to watchfulness, to life, and to the healing I have prepared. There is a reason this word touches your heart so strongly. There is a reason you feel you should not scroll past it, not take it lightly, not continue as though everything is fine. That prompting is not random. It is my voice stirring the deepest place within you, the place you have tried to cover with busyness, with a smile, with the words, I am fine. Even while your heart was weary, I am calling you to stop, not so you will lose time, but so you will not lose yourself in the machinery of pressure. The enemy has tried to attack you through stress, through fear, through prolonged exhaustion. He wants to weaken you little by little, to wear down your body, confuse your mind, and erode your peace until you no longer recognize my voice. He wants you to become so familiar with weariness that you begin to call it normal. He wants you to believe anxiety is your destiny. That pressure is something you must endure forever. That there is no other path for you except to keep forcing yourself forward. But I say to you, that does not come from me. I did not create you to live like a vessel, always full of cracks, while still forcing itself to hold more. I did not call you into life to be crushed by fear. I do not want your body to carry battles that your soul has not yet healed from. I want you to be free. I want you to be safe. I want you to be restored from within, so that my peace does not merely visit you for a moment, but dwells within you like living water. Today, I am allowing you to recognize this before it goes any farther. I am bringing light into the place where darkness wanted to grow quietly. I am showing you that your health, your mind, and your heart all need to be cared for beneath my hand. Do not take lightly the signs your body is sending you. Do not ignore prolonged weariness. Do not blame yourself because you need rest. Rest is not failure. Slowing down is not weakness. Returning to me before you collapse is wisdom. My beloved child, my mercy is still opening over your life. I do not want you trapped in suffering while I am reaching out to lead you out of it. I do not want you to keep living in a room full of anxiety while I have prepared for you a wider, brighter, more peaceful place. Let me enter the areas you have tried to handle alone. Let me touch the fears you have hidden. Let me remove from your shoulders the burdens you were never created to carry. I am leading you toward healing. But healing begins when you are honest with me. Tell me that you are tired. Tell me that you are afraid. Tell me that you do not know what to do next. I do not reject your weakness. I meet you right there. I do not require you to become strong before you come near me. It is when you come to me in truth that I will clothe you with strength that does not come from you. Peace that does not depend on circumstances, and clarity that rises above the noise of worry. Do not let darkness convince you that you must keep enduring in silence. Do not let pressure become your home. Do not let exhaustion define who you are. You are my child. You are loved. You are protected. You are guided. And in this very moment, I am calling you back to the rhythm of grace, to the rest of faith, and to the path of restoration I have opened before you. Listen to me carefully. You do not have to break down before I care for you. You do not have to lose all your strength before you are allowed to rest. You do not have to prove that you are hurting enough for me to look upon you. I have seen you. I have heard you. And I am here, not as a distant voice, but as the Father placing his hand upon your heart and saying, "Be at peace, I will lead you out of this place." Step by step, by my mercy and my power. You have been praying for financial deliverance in days when your heart was both hopeful and trembling. Quietly, wondering whether help would truly arrive in time. My beloved child, I have heard the prayers you spoke very softly in the empty room, when no one else knew how many worries you were fighting. I even heard the words you did not speak aloud. I understand the silences between your prayers, the sighs when you look at the numbers, the heaviness in your heart when another bill appears. Another need comes near. Another responsibility is placed upon your shoulders. You thought you were only facing papers, money, and deadlines, but I saw deeper. I saw the weariness in your eyes. You saw your hands tremble when you did not know how tomorrow would be managed. Saw your heart trying to keep peace while questions rose like waves. I do not take those pressures lightly. My child, I do not tell you that these things are not worth concern. Nor do I blame you for being afraid at times. I know how lack can make a person feel small. I know what it is like to postpone what is necessary, to weigh every expense, to say no with sadness, to hide worry behind a smile so others will not notice. But today, I want you to hear my word with a tender heart. You are not abandoned in this season. You are not praying into empty space. You are not crying before a stranger. I am your Father, and I have been near you in every night when you thought you had to carry everything alone. Before you called, I already knew what you needed. Before you saw a way out, I had already begun to open one. Even now, I am moving resources you have not yet seen, arranging opportunities you cannot yet name, preparing help from directions you have never considered. Movements are taking place behind closed doors that your ears have not yet heard. Conversations are being redirected for your benefit. Hearts are being touched by me. People are being reminded by me. Places are being opened by me, not because you forced it to happen, but because I have appointed the time for my mercy to be revealed. What is coming to you will not be a coincidence dropped along the roadside. It bears my handprint. It has been prepared in my wisdom. It comes not only to fill an immediate lack, but to remind you that I am still the one who provides, preserves, and guides your life. Someone will remember your name after a long season of silence. A door that once closed will be knocked on again from the other side. An opportunity that was once delayed will return in a better, stronger, more valuable form. Because what I restore is not only what was lost, but also the faith that fear had worn down. You thought a certain harvest had ended, that what you hoped for had passed, that if it did not happen then, perhaps it was no longer meant for you. But I say to you that my timing is not cancelled by human delay. What belongs to you in my will cannot be permanently stolen by delay. Forgetfulness, opposition, or doors that closed at the wrong time. I know how to call it back. And when I call, it must answer. What fear tried to take from you, I am restoring with mercy deeper than you imagine. Fear tried to take your peace. It tried to take your sleep. It tried to take your boldness to dream. It tried to make you believe you could only live within limits, always preparing for lack, always expecting the worst, always shrinking back before the future. But I am breaking that voice. I do not want you to receive only one form of help and then return to the old posture of anxiety. I want to heal the way you see provision. I want to teach you that my sufficiency is not only found in what you hold in your hands, but also in the peace within your heart, the wisdom in your decisions, the clarity in your stewardship, and the trust that you are not abandoned when needs arise. Be careful not to let your present circumstances make your words heavy. Do not declare that everything is over when I am still acting. Do not say there is no way when I still hold paths your eyes have not seen. Do not call yourself a failure just because you are in the middle of a hard season. I do not define you by the balance in your account, by your debts, by the delays, or by the choices you had to make under pressure. I see you as my beloved child. Someone who has endured more than others know. Someone who continues to pray even though their heart has grown weary many times. Someone who still wants to live uprightly even when lack makes everything difficult. And I treasure that perseverance. I also want you to understand that the provision I bring will come with guidance. When an opportunity opens, step into it with wisdom. When resources come, steward them with gratitude. When help appears, receive it without shame, because I can use people as channels of blessing for you. When an old door returns, do not rush simply because you fear missing out. Place it before me so I may give you clarity. What comes from me will not force you to exchange peace. What comes from me will not compel you to enter a dark bondage. True blessing carries light, order, and rest. I do not only open the door, I also teach you how to walk through that door without losing purity, humility, and clarity. Perhaps you do not yet see clear evidence today, but I am asking you to believe that movement has begun. Great things sometimes begin with very small signs, an unexpected message, a call that seems ordinary, an idea returning, someone asking about you, an opportunity being mentioned again, a gentle peace while your mind still has many questions. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not scroll past the first signs of restoration. I can place an entire new season inside a short conversation. I can open a whole flow from a door you thought was insignificant. I can make the small thing become the entrance into abundance at the right time. Therefore, my beloved child, lift your heart out of confusion. Stop thinking you have been forgotten behind everyone else. Heaven has prepared the next step for your breakthrough, and I will lead you into it in a way that is both merciful and wise. You will not live forever under the shadow of lack. You will not bow your head before worry as though it has the right to rule your future. I am opening the way, touching hearts, calling back what belongs in its time, restoring what is worthy of restoration, and teaching you to enter the new season with a steadier heart. Trust me one more time. The prayers spoken in the empty room have been heard. The tears shed in silence have been remembered. And what I am about to do will remind you that the hand of your Father has never left your life. My child, do not take lightly the seriousness of this moment, for a hidden part of you recognized my word before your mind could name it. Recently, you have been carrying a heaviness that is hard to explain, not only physical tiredness, but also the feeling of being pulled downward by worries that have accumulated for too long. You have tried to keep going, tried to act as though everything was still under control, tried to smile while inside you needed rest, healing, and to hear my voice more clearly again. I do not speak these words to frighten you, but to draw you out of the rhythm of life that has been wearing you down. There are healthy limits I set not to keep you from moving forward, but to preserve you from exhaustion. When you keep crossing those limits without stopping, your heart becomes vulnerable to fear, confusion, and voices that do not come from peace. My beloved child, I am inviting you to slow down and listen carefully. Wisdom is part of the protection I give you. I do not only shelter you with power, but also through gentle reminders, through the prompting that helps you know when to stop, through the unsettled feeling when you have gone too far from safety. You have been distracted by pain, by disappointment, by the harshness of those around you, by things you could not change, even after trying with all your strength. You still believe in me, but your attention has gradually shifted away from my voice and toward the noise of worry. When worry is listened to for too long, it begins to speak as though it has the authority to guide you. But I come to interrupt that noise. I call you back before fear grows stronger, before it touches more deeply the peace I have given you. Understand this clearly tonight. My warning never exists to create panic. A warning is mercy arriving early. I expose what is harmful while it is still at a distance, because I do not want you to recognize it only after being wounded again. My love still surrounds you even in the hours when you are weakest. Even when you no longer have the strength to describe what you are enduring. Someone without purpose would not be reminded in this way. But you are very precious to me. I will not let you drift in confusion. I will not let you sink deep into exhaustion without calling you back. You belong to me. And because you belong to me, I will continue to place light upon the places that need to be seen and continue to lead you out of the things that are stealing your peace. I know you have felt lonely lately. I know that feeling grew heavier when people who were once close to you became silent, when they no longer checked on you as before, when your battle became too long, too deep, too difficult for them to understand. Some people only know how to stay beside you when your life looks easy, when you are cheerful, when success makes you shine in their eyes. But when the difficult season comes, when you no longer have the strength to appear fine, they leave and create a painful emptiness within you. You have wondered whether you have been forgotten, whether anyone truly still sees you. I want you to hear clearly, I remain. I do not leave you when others do not understand. I do not turn away when you are weak. I do not love you only on the days when you are strong. I also hold you in the nights when you feel you have nothing left to cling to. So come near to me once more. Do not let distance from my presence become the place where fear builds its home. Do not let the cold words of others have the authority to define your worth. Return to my voice, where you are reminded that you are still loved, still protected, still guided. Rest again in my peace, not as a failure who had to stop, but as a child being brought by their father into a place of shelter to regain strength. I am warning you because I love you. I am calling you because I am not finished with you. I am with you in every long night. And when you choose to listen, you will recognize that my protection has quietly surrounded you for a long time.